Am I the butthole for not wanting to get rid of the anime body pillow that saved my marriage? Throwaway account for obvious reasons. My husband and I are best friends during the day. Love of my life. It's at night that's an issue. I'm a blanket stealer. I once yanked them so hard poor hubby flipped a full 180. Hubby, for his part, is a thrasher. Bruce Lee would be jealous of the moves he pulls off while unconscious. It's a constant war between us when we fall asleep, and both of us often wake up sore and exhausted. It was starting to affect our relationship. Neither of us wanted to move to a separate bed because we liked spending our nights together, but it seemed like an inevitability. We were both crabby every morning, and we started fighting as soon as we got up. It sucked, but neither of us wanted to concede defeat and move to the other bed. Quick background: I was a huge nerd as a teenager. Full on otaku. Go ahead, cringe, I do too. One night as a joke, I brought down an old anime body pillow from the attic, I know, the cringe, and plopped it down between my husband and I, declaring it our demilitarized zone. Hubby also thought it was hilarious, and we named her DMZ-chan. She stayed there the whole night. It was a game changer. DMZ-chan protected me from hubby's REM-induced rampages, and she's just heavy enough that I can't yank the blankets at full speed. DMZ-chan is now a beloved part of our nightly routine. We both thought it was the funniest thing, but she legitimately helped us solve the only real issue in our marriage. One day, Mill stopped by to pick something up. She got up to use the restroom, passing by our open bedroom door. You can guess what she saw. DMZ-chan, propped up in the middle of our bed, her giant soulful anime eyes looking right back at Mill. When she got back, she quickly grabbed her stuff and left, hubby and I both confused. She later mentioned DMZ-chan to hubby while they were on the phone, and it absolutely mortified him. As far as I know, Mill now thinks we're deviants in a three-way relationship with a body pillow. Hubby was too embarrassed to explain, and now he wants to put DMZ-chan back in the attic. I was upset. I told him I didn't want to go back to boxing each other at night, and that DMZ-chan helped us so much in that. He agreed, but suggested we get a normal, plain body pillowcase to replace her. I felt like there was no need to spend money on something we already have, and if it really was that big of an issue, we can put her in the closet while we have company over. Hubby is firm in that she has to go permanently. I know he's embarrassed, but I feel we shouldn't have to compromise our inside jokes to appease other people. Am I the butthole? Edit, Sweet Bees, this blew up. Was not expecting all the attention. Just wanted to say thank you to everyone for chiming in. I admit I was being stubborn. I drove over to Target on my lunch break and bought a new cover for $10. I put it on DMZ-chan as soon as I got home. To those asking, I did wash her after fishing her out of the attic, and am now waiting on hubby to get home so I can apologize for making him uncomfortable. DMZ-chan shall live on in our hearts. And under the blanket when company's over. NTA, the real problem isn't about removing the pillow, but the fact that your mother-in-law made a scene about something that isn't any of her business. Your husband should stop enabling that. Just get 2 dark-colored king-sized pillowcases and put one on each end. They overlap significantly so they'll stay on nice and snug. They'll keep her clean for one thing, but also keep her discreet from nosy-ass kink-shamers who wouldn't know a real kink if it bit them on their nosy ass. They actually sell body pillowcases at most linen stores nowadays. I've got a few for mine. One I got at Walmart for $8. It also zips up on the end so the pillow doesn't stick out. Yep. That was my thought for op. It can be met in the middle. You can measure DMZ-chan and order one off Target or bbeep.com. Amazon also has a ton of wallet-friendly options. Yeah, but Jeff Bezos is evil. My significant other has a body pillow for me at his place because I need to sleep with my legs in a certain way to prevent pelvic pain caused by having twins. It's got a plain black cover on, cost about £3 from eBay. Also, I didn't realize this body pillow thing was such a big deal to some people. They are seriously comfortable and practical. So what if this one had a picture of an animated character on? I don't have a body pillow, but I have a ton of throw pillows around my house with anime covers. I don't even care. If people want to judge me, they can get the hell out of my house and I hope the door hits them on the way out. Op and hubby both need to stop being ashamed. Op at having been an otaku, it's okay. Some of us still are and aren't ashamed, and hubby about his mom being judgmental and nosy. I have a joke sexy one of Deadpool and a tiny, not sexy, he is a child, he is just in his hero costume, one of Bakugo from My Hero Academia on my bed. Everyone I know thinks it's hilarious and anyone who didn't can suck it DX style. Deadpool is comfortable. Because usually the character is not dressed, or very lightly dressed. But regardless, it's part of their bedroom and they should be able to do or have whatever they want in there. Well, original post never specified if it was one of those scantily clad type body pillows. I for one would really like if original post gave us a picture or at least told us who is on the body pillow. Op's mother-in-law thinks they're in some weird threesome poly relationship with that body pillow, so I think it's relatively safe to assume the character is kind of sexually suggestive in some kind of way, be it because it's in a schoolgirl outfit or because it's stark naked. Yeah, but I'm sure we all still want to see what DMZ-chan looks like. The stereotype is that anime body pillows are fetish things for neckbeards. Because they are. Source: me. The stereotype is that anime body pillows are fetish things for neckbeards. FTFY. Husband already suggested a normal cover and original post refused. She seems attached to the anime cover and is willing for that to be an issue in their marriage. This comment right here. It should be higher up, but everyone is too busy dragging Op's husband for not sticking up to his mom. His mom saw something she perceived wrong, of course he's embarrassed because of what he thinks his own mom thinks. It's not like mother-in-law was snooping. Original post clearly said she was just using the bathroom and walked past their wide-open bedroom door and saw the pillow propped up in the middle of the bed. Everyone is acting like she snooped on purpose and Op's husband needs to stand up to her, making it a bigger deal than it already is. No one is even focusing on the "am I the butthole" part or what original post asked. I'd say nah, because hubby is willing to compromise, with a couple different solutions. He isn't shutting anything down completely. That would be Op. She's unwilling to compromise but expects hubby to? What's the big deal just getting a case for it? Why can't original post cover up the pillow? She wants that specific pillow, husband agrees but wants a cover, and original post refuses. How is she NTA? Again, I don't think she's a butthole either, but she needs to take a page from hubby and compromise. So like I said, nah, but they need to come to a compromise. It's a pillow FFS. She says her marriage is great in all other aspects except for this one thing, yet they can't come to a compromise? Over a pillow? I think the main problem that original post has is that the husband isn't wanting a change because he specifically wants it but because he feels like he has to due to a reason outside of their household. Maybe their relationship has been full of husband being okay with something and suddenly changing when someone says something negative about it. If so, I can see why anyone would get fed up with that. If not, I can still see why original post would not be happy that husband can be so easily influenced/embarrassed. Not to cover her or hide her, to replace her. They're losing the in-joke that helped them out in the first place. Either way, mother-in-law is still sticking her nose where it doesn't belong. If it's such a big deal for her, because it clearly wasn't for original post and hubby before she came along, she can pay for the new pillowcase. No, her husband asks to just get a pillowcase but she considers this replacing. It's the same pillow just with a case. Honestly, her husband is trying to meet halfway here. I don't know why she's refusing a case. Then again, she also said they could just keep it in the cabinet, which is also a compromise, so honestly they're just both being stubborn and don't want to meet each other halfway. I think original post likes the anime pillow and doesn't want to cover it up but is embarrassed to admit it. She keeps saying it's cringe, and it isn't just this pillow is sentimental, it helped us at night. Otherwise, why is she so averse to putting a case if that makes hubby comfortable? She should at least be honest with her husband on why she's refusing to even put a case over it. Don't people use body pillows for non-sexual stuff all the time? I've heard of people just using it to help them sleep because some people just need something to hold on to. It's not even just a hold on to thing. If you're a side sleeper, hugging a body pillow is much better for your body. It keeps your spine and joints aligned properly. Wait. What sexual stuff does one do with a body pillow? I mean, other than putting it under the stomach during doggy, because a regular pillow works just as well for that. I've used them for the last 10 years. I can't sleep without a pillow between my legs, but the something to hold on to part is a definite plus. Another plus is that most days I wake up with my cat asleep on the part of the pillow that's between my arms and legs. Do you really want the answer to what sexual things do people do to a body pillow? We all want the answers, whether we know it or not. Wait. What sexual stuff does one do with a body pillow? Ask Op's mother-in-law, she seems to know. Yes. I had surgery last year and having a body pillow was so great in helping me sleep. I'm completely healed now, but it still really helps. What if my kink is biting people on the ass? /wiseass. DMZ-chan is too funny to cover up though. Also I'm assuming because they were a kid when they got it, it's not like nude or anything, so mother-in-law is freaking out over an anime girl on a pillow. I bet if she walked by and saw a Playboy poster or something that was semi-covered or in a bikini she wouldn't bat an eye. I agree. Even if they were doing weird stuff with it, it still wouldn't be her business. You can also buy or make a pillowcase. The mother-in-law shouldn't be policing what is in her son and daughter-in-law's bedroom. They shouldn't have to fit their private space to her needs. I agree with you in what you're saying, but fact of the matter is that the husband is no longer comfortable with the arrangement. The issue is not the pillow but the graphic, so get a new pillowcase. Regardless of his reasoning, it's not a hard or difficult compromise, so why worry the relationship over a damn pillowcase? Exactly. The pillowcase is to make the husband more comfortable. It's worth doing for that reason alone, even if no one else ever goes in their bedroom again. My husband and I both tend to throw our blankets on and off during the night depending on temperature. We're both people that alternate hot and cold a lot. So much twisting and yanking. We eventually settled on each having our own sheet and comforter, and now we both can hog our own blankets as much as we want. Might seem weird to others but works for us. We also each use a body pillow for sleeping, but our demilitarized zone is a 90-pound dog that thinks he owns the center of the bed. King-sized bed, thankfully. I think couples should do whatever helps them sleep comfortably. I can't imagine sleeping in a different bed, but separate blankets is great. Mother-in-law should mind her own business, and your husband shouldn't give her opinion on your sleeping arrangements any weight. Not her bed, not her cute pillow, not her business. We're both people that alternate hot and cold a lot. One leg without blanket. Yup. Or blanket only covering half my body, or going from sheet to blanket to just sheet and back over and over. Took me a long time to be comfortable sticking a foot out fully uncovered. Monsters under the bed like to eat toes, you know. Man, I cannot sleep with my feet covered. They like to breathe. They refuse confinement. But what about the monster under the bed? Monsters under the bed like to eat toes. Mine know better than to try that again. A 90-pound dog that thinks he owns the center of the bed. Sorry to break the news to you, but that puppy definitely owns the entire bed now. He's just too much of a good boy to kick you both out. He sleeps where he wants and we fit ourselves around him, definitely. But it's my fault. When he was a puppy I swaddled him like a baby burrito and put him in the middle at bedtime, like I did with my human kids, so as far as he's concerned, it's always been his spot. He takes over my husband's spot, head on the pillow and everything, as soon as it's vacated. I did the same thing with mine. 6 years ago, he was a puppy burrito, and now he's an 87-pound good boy who still needs a blanket and pillow. The visual of a baby burrito swaddled puppy just made my day. Thank you. Also, yeah, king-size bed and 2 blankets is the way to go. Our families think it's a little weird that even when we go visit, we need separate blankets. On our bed we have 2 comforters, 2 blankets. I swear that is one of the primary pillars to our happy marriage, separate blankets. I've never understood sharing a blanket. Most of the boyfriends I've had stay the night are weirded out when I hand them a blanket and say this is yours. You can't have any of mine, sorry. Current boyfriend is the only one who is like that's brilliant. And I think that might mean he's the one. Haha, I just don't understand why you wouldn't remove that argument from your life entirely, when the solution is so easy. My husband and I use twin-sized top sheets and blankets on our queen-sized bed and it's awesome. Second this. Hijacking top comment to suggest Op's hubby see a sleep specialist. If he's that violent in his sleep, it can be a hormone issue, as there's a hormone that usually comes into play during sleep to keep such things from happening. He may need medical intervention. r/just normal, Reddit link. Real answers. Can't add anything to great advice. NTA. Mill should mind her own business. ESH mother-in-law sucks for making such a big deal about it. Husband for not explaining a simple and straightforward situation to his mom and instead having this knee-jerk reaction. You for not taking the reasonable compromise of a plain pillowcase for it. Yup. This exactly. His compromise was reasonable. Pillowcases are not expensive unless you go for the expensive ones. Every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes. 5 out of 10 people are half of them. 100% of the people who drink dihydrogen monoxide die. 100% of the people who don't drink dihydrogen monoxide also die. And usually much quicker. This is my favorite one. Taxes. I just want to add that it would be a good idea to have the pillowcase, since then you can change it and wash it regularly as well. Everybody sweats at night, even if it wouldn't otherwise get dirty. You change your other linens anyway. Does DMZ Chan get washed regularly or is she dirty? She's a very dirty girl. Asking the real questions. As an adult, I feel no desire or obligation to explain anything in my bedroom to my mother. Sure, but people are different. What embarrasses you might not embarrass someone else, but that doesn't mean that you are dumb or wrong. Original post posted the pic of a typical young, curvy anime girl in a pillow and I honestly don't think it's on. Can't believe I have to explain myself. Territory for a lot of grown men. I think a ton of people would be embarrassed if a mom, friend, or co-worker saw that. Really? Who has time? So she straps it on and covers it in lube, then That's what I thought when I read it. Just go buy a plain pillowcase so no one can see anime part. Same. The question should be, am I the butthole because I won't spend $10 to make my husband feel better? I bought a plain black cover for my body pillow for $8. Also, how old is this pillow at this point anyway? Original post doesn't say their ages, but she's had this thing since she was a teen, which presumably was a bit ago. If it got any use then and is getting lots of use now, it's probably high time for a swap out anyway. Best mites yo. Hard disagree. I agree that a plain pillowcase is a fair compromise between what they each want, but Op's husband's position is not reasonable to begin with. Let's kill an inside joke we both enjoy rather than either take 15 seconds to explain this entirely innocent thing to my mother or tell her that we don't owe her an explanation in the first place is not a reasonable way to handle this problem because the pillow in question isn't actually the problem, the way Ops Mill handled the situation is. Except he doesn't like it anymore and is embarrassed by it. Besides, a pillowcase would cost like $10, it's really not worth making a big deal out of. I agree a pillowcase is such an easy compromise, but they can't undo Mill seeing it, so even if they have a plain pillowcase or hide the pillow, she will still think about it and a simple conversation could clear it all up. Seriously, I just got 2 body pillow covers at Target for a total of $10. If it's going to keep the peace, your marriage should be worth at least $5. Putting her in the closet when company is over seemed like a more reasonable compromise than a pillowcase. They can still have their joke and no one will be embarrassed. I tend to think that is just best practice in general. Unless you've got a setup where no one goes near your bedroom, it's probably a good idea to put away the sex or sex-like things when people you don't want seeing them are over. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube. And share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.